need more company.
From the football field to the classroom, players and incoming freshmen at CU Boulder have something in common. It's called teamwork. And CU's Dirk Martin tells us more about that.
So things have changed since you came to CU? So I mean,
these students are involved in something new this fall on the CU Boulder campus. They're one of 10 freshman experience study teams, or FEST. 20 to 25 students make up a team.
It's like our own.
CU Boulder also designed the program to help freshmen get the classes they need to graduate on time.
Freshmen coming to an institution of this size are met with maybe 200 or 300 courses that are relevant and appropriate for freshmen. So we were trying to help them make some good selections. We were trying to help them select courses that satisfied general education requirements, whether or not they understood the general education requirements their first semester here.
The team concept appears to be paying off.
Okay, have you got any suggestions on how we might make American high school education better?
Philosophy professor Robert Rogers says the Fall Fest
8 yards for a touchdown, and they threw only one pass in the entire drive. Yeah, Oklahoma State Cowboys. Tell you, next week they might be a lot bigger than Oklahoma State's. Berger still doing the kicking as Blotto is still bothered by the leg, and here is the kick by Berger, and Mitch puts it through, and the 2 seconds to go in period number 1. Timeout on the Colorado football. More involved there, you know, than just a football game. Here's Berger's kickoff, and once again it's going to sail to, not quite to the stands this time, but well out.
Colleges, but in larger.
Who got the handoff on the draw, and Brian Diet made the tackle. That down and 8 to go as Tyner lines up back at the 33. Tyner got off a 54-yarder his first attempt. He gets a low snap from center, but the Buffs aren't rushing. Kicks it toward the side. It's going to look good out of bounds inside the Buff 10, inside the 5. Entire drive. Yeah, under. So in this particular series, Colorado fails to get the first period. Scott Harmon is deep for Oklahoma State, and Berger will punt with the win. Harmon averages 6.9 on his punt returns. Berger's got practically the whole field to boot to. Boots it toward the wide side, and Garrelli gets the leg into it, but not too high. Dropped by Harmon at the 26. The Buffs converge, and they've got him as he gets it only out to the 20. Back at the Oklahoma State 48-yard field for Colorado.
Well, that was the guy he wanted all the way. Johnson and
look anywhere else.
Yeah, they're maintaining eye contact towards the marker at the right corner.
Berger to try a field goal, 25 yards, almost a straight-on shot. Here's the snap to Tobin, gets it down, kicks it up, and it never bent for him. He missed it to the right. Cleanly.
Pass was intended for Denson, but Denson never got completely into the pass.
Tyner will punt. Standing back at the 13-yard line. Here's the snap. He's got the wind, and he's back, and he floats it up there, figures backpedals to the 21-yard line. Comes to the 25, gets to the 29, and he is belted there. Johnson had a dive out of the end zone.
Get him in there.
Now Berger has to punt against the wind, although looking at the flags, it seems to have switched around a little bit. It's more of a crosswind coming from behind us or from the west. Harmon is deep at the 16-yard line. Here comes the good rush on Berger, but he gets the punt away. Line drive that goes by Harmon, bounds into the end zone. Harmon couldn't get over. Bradford grabs it.
Rounding, and I can't blame him for wanting that. There was no receiver probably.
Along with other members of the 1971 Colorado team, which finished third in the country and won the Bluebonnet Bowl over Houston. Scott Tyner to punt on 4th down and 7. Here's the rush from the right side. Tyner gets it away. It's going to float out of bounds. It's going to be another dandy. Let's see where they mark. He was getting the rush and was dunked on top 13-0.
2 reasons. First of all, Stewart made it look as if it was going to be a fake, even after Warren move about the 4-yard line that took him to the end zone.
And he got a block from Westbrook. Tobin to hold. Here's the snap. Kick by Berger is good. And the score is 6 left to go in the second period. Here, very small wager on that game up in Lincoln. Berger set the kick off. White and Denson are deep. And here is the kickoff by Berger. Denson's going to be in the end zone when he catches the ball, and he will not come out. Throw.
They'll get into the backfield, then broke off of him and went after Porter. Helped cause the...
And now Tyner on 4th down lines up 8 yards deep in the end zone. Buffs with 10 men on the line of scrimmage and figures out the 50. Here's the snap, and they peel back, and Tyner booms it out of there. What a punter. All the way back to the Colorado 40. Here comes Figures, gets to the sideline. 50, steps out of bounds, however. He stepped out of bounds, going from 15 yards out.
Whoa, field goal unit comes on.
Oklahoma. Let's see if he can get it in from 55. Wind is rather calm right now. Here's the snap to Tobin, and there's the kick. It's got distance, folks, and it's no good. It was off to the left side. So Berger, here's the snap. Tobin's got it down. Berger's kick is no good. Wide to the right, and probably not. Ham stands back at the goal line. Coming up to kick it off is Tyner, and he boots it deep. Cunningham is 5 yards deep in the end zone, and he will not come out. So the Buffs will take it over at the 20-yard. It'll be 4th and 10.
Pat Jones said earlier in the week that Gilda,
the junior out of Altus, Oklahoma. Harmon.
All everything.
Harmon is deep back at the 13-yard line. Mitch Berger will punt, standing at his own 28, waiting for the snap from center. The whistle.
Dead ball foul. Delay of the game on the offense.
Stewart was 12 of 21 for 123 yards, 51 yards.
Buffs check off at the line of scrimmage to make sure everybody's covered. Oklahoma State dancing around like they might want to come after this one. They don't, and Berger gets the punt away. High in the air down to the 17-yard line. Harmon has it there, and the Buffs have him at the 20. Fumbles the ball. Officials say no fumble. They rule it down. Oklahoma State had 3 top running backs are all out of the game. And Scott Phillips is playing. They got Sean Embry, and that has to hurt your blocking. Here's the quick snap on the punt. There's the rush on Berger. Berger boots it. Fair catch is called for and made by Harmon at the 45-yard.
There's Al there.
4th down, 45. They've got to go to the Colorado 31. And Scott Tyner will punt. Figures would like to reel off a big one here on the return. Here's a snap to Tyner. Tyner gets a good high punt. Figures under it at the 14. He gets by the first man, gets to the 20, motors to the 25, and is pulled down, and now flags. Phillips is tackled at the 10-yard line. Tenacious and hanging in there. Buffs on top, 14-0. The snap, the punt. Harmon calls for a fair catch and lets it sail over his head. This is going to be a dandy. He'll be downed inside the 10-yard line. Minute 49 to go in the third period. And that for Westbrook is his 7th touchdown. The snap, here's Berger's kick in the air, and it's good, and the Buffs lead now. 32nd time out on the Colorado Football Network. The score,
nothing, 1:49 to go in the third quarter, and look out north end zone.
We were wondering about White. We haven't seen John White for a while. He's back there on the kickoff return team. And here's Berger's kick. He'll not get a chance to return it. And on the other side, Raphael Denson catches the ball, and White won't. Will put. And Porter has completed only 5 passes out of these punt returns. He stands back at the 34-yard line in Colorado territory. Scott Tyner has been booming them all day, and he's waiting the snap. Here it comes. The Buffs are going to rush. They almost get there. And here's the punt. Figures grabs it at the 31-yard line. Dion doesn't have anybody to block for him, though. Keeps retreating back to the 25. There is a flag down as Dion gets it to the 29. And now more flags going in less than a yard.
All right, this is the one.
I'd rather take a quarterback sneak. Here's Berger. Line drives one over the head of Harmon and into the end zone. Porter. And while he had Denson open, he didn't have a chance to get him. Scott Tyner has had a busy day, and he stands back at his 5-yard line.
He's averaging 47.7 yards per kick.
He's a good one. Here's the snap. And another towering spiral. And 20 yards back goes Figures to take it at the 25. Comes back to the 30, 35. Behind. Ansley made the tackle. Comes off under his own power. And now Mitch Berger will back up to the 7-yard line. Harmon waits downfield. Here's the snap. It's high, but the good rush comes, but a nice punt by Berger. It drives Harmon back to the 30. Harmon gets to the 33, and that's all. Good coverage downfield by Fisher.
News Radio 85, KOA, Denver, giving you the worldwide.
A field goal attempt, 37 yards. Tobin will set it down. Berger will kick. He's missed 2 today. Here is his kick, and it's partially blocked. And the Bucks fail to score again after getting what to place.
Beaker just so steady week in and
as Scott Tyner will punt yet again. Here's the snap and the punt and another good one. Johnson has to go back all the way to the 25-yard line. Oh, he's got a wall out there. Here he goes to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 50. He's down to the 45, down to the 40, and all the way down to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Who started, moved over to tight end when Garrett Ford was lost, and has gotten a lot of playing out there today.
To the end zone.
Now Berger to try the point. Tobin puts it down, and the kick is good. The Buffalo seconds left to go here at Folsom Field. And Wilt.
Yeah, I know. You know what people are saying. There are those that are not convinced that Kansas will beat Nebraska or that CU will beat Kansas.
Here is Mitch Berger's kick. It sails out of the end zone, and the ball will come out to the 20-yard line.